Hello and welcome back to another episode of today's a very special episode of the Standard Grind. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. I have a friend who's new to Magic, and his name is Nate. Nathan, technically, but it's Nate. And guess what? We're going to be teaching someone how to play competitive Magic with goblins. But we're playing Standard. We're not going to be trying to teach him Modern or how to play mtgo. He already knows how to play Arena. Now we just got to get him to play some goblins. But before we start, I just want to say I really appreciate you for watching. No. Shh. I really appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoy Goblins content, hit that like, subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Perfect. Audio works. The people behind me on this board make the channel able to go to these big tournaments. I am just a one-man show. I work full-time. I try to fund it the best that I can. But, these members are the reason that we're able to go to these big events and do the things. So I really just want to say a big shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. From the top, Alpha Roan and Tim's Top Decks, Elias Sutter, the Darth Newt, ADDY100K, Jared Munsterman, and Annan, all you absolute legends. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. It means the world to me. Now, let's jump into some games and get this party started. So, goblins. The whole idea of goblins is to go fast. You can either go fast in like one of two ways. Hey, what's up, Nate? Appreciate you dropping in. one of two ways that you can go fast in Magic. You either go direct damage, so burn spells. Burn spells are spells that go directly to your opponent's face. Let's say you're just trying to kill your opponent dead as fast as possible. Well, you might want to just be playing burn. Kill your opponent with these spells that deal direct damage to your opponent. This one happens to gain you some life. So while your opponent's attacking you with creatures, you mitigate some of that damage. Now, the disadvantage to burn spells is when you use them to kill your opponent or your opponent's creatures, because you can also kill their creatures with this, you're down a card, right? Creatures. Yes. So exactly. Nate understands. So you can play a 1-mana 1/1, and for 1 mana, it doesn't deal as much as a spell would, right? This deals 3 damage for 1 mana. However, if you attack for 1, as long as this 1-drop deals 3 damage, it's the same as that Bolt Wave. But this is where creatures get busted. You deal that damage for 5 turns, now you paid 1 mana for 5 damage. 10 turns, and you see where I'm going with this. Creatures actually are the better burn spells in the long run. So what we do in Goblins is we play less on the direct burn and more on the creatures. So Krenko is a great example of this. This is a creature that taps to make a red for each goblin you control. And everything you play is a goblin. So if you're able to make tokens, and then it's called go wide, when your board becomes very horizontally long, instead of like just one creature or 2 creatures, you have like 15 creatures, so much so that they have to stack on top of each other. That's where we want to be doing, because then in 2 turns, we can deal like 20 damage, and that's how you win the game. And so goblins is really nice in standard specifically, because we have very focused, like some decks have to ponder how are they going to win the game. For goblins, it's really easy. We're going to play our creatures, and then eventually our opponent's going to be like chaff in the wind. We're just going to make them fall over, and eventually we're going to scratch our head and be like, but wait, I wanted to untap with my Krenko again. Like, when you play goblins, sometimes you don't play to win, you play to do the cool, fun thing. And that's more important than winning, because it's an emotional win that some people play a whole tournament and 4-0, and they never get that feeling. And so we go down on the effectiveness and the overall strength of the deck in order to maximize the fun of the deck. And that's the real strength of goblins. And so yeah, you go really fast, really quickly. So this is a 1-mana 1/1. Menace means that it can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So it can attack. If they have 1 creature, it just can't be blocked. If they have 2 creatures, they can block it, but only if they block with both. Start your engines is meh. It's a mechanic where you count the instances of damage, but you'll see that when we start playing. You can also pay 2 mana to pump it for power, And if it has max speed, it has double strike. Max speed basically means the start your engines counts from 1 to 2 to 3, and then it goes to 4. 4 is considered max speed. You're shifting into fourth gear. I really wish they would have like announced it as gears, right? Start your engines, max speed makes a lot more sense, right? Because you're like shifting gears. You're shifting into first, shifting into second, shifting into third, shifting into fourth. But that's how I explain max speed. Or speed in general. And besides that, he's just a 1-mana 1/1 that can get bigger if you pump him. Scamp is really cool because when he dies, deals damage to any target equal to its power. And then when he deals combat damage to a player, you have the choice to sack him or not. So if you want to fling something, to fling in Magic is to take a card and deal damage equal to its power, but in exchange, that card dies. You can fling him at your opponent if you choose to kill him. But like usually you do that when you have to kill a problematic creature, or you have like the last points of damage to kill them. This is a 1-mana 1/1 that mobilizes, which is when it attacks, it makes a tapped token that's attacking with it, but that token dies at the end step. This is the only creature in the deck that's not a goblin. Is the warrior token, because we can't control it. But you can pay 2, sack it to deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. So let's say you have to kill down your opponent's flyer, or you have like lethal if you can kill their blocker. You're able to sack it before, like attack with it, get the warrior token before blocks, sack it to kill their blocker, and then you just kill them. Torch is a great removal spell. What's important about this card is it's 1 mana to deal 2 damage, and it exiles the creature or planeswalker if it dies. You can also sacrifice a artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast it. If you do, you do the second thing, which is you deal 3 damage instead, you scry 1, and the creature or planeswalker still dies, or exiles if it dies. Really powerful for 1 mana. A lot of words, I know. Sheltered by Ghosts is another card that's just like, what the hell? 2 mana enchantment. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. So it's an O-Ring style effect. Oblivion Ring was an old card. It's a 3 mana enchantment that when it enters, you just take an opponent's non-land permanent. So you're like, oh, I'm going to take your creature or your planeswalker or your best thing usually. Traditionally, it's 3 mana, and it doesn't do anything else. It just sits there. This is 2 mana, but it goes on a creature, so it has a higher possibility of dying, right? If that creature dies, then it dies, right? Wrong. It gives the creature +1/+0, so that doesn't help with the staying it alive. Lifelink, what? And Ward 2. Ward means that if it's targeted, they have to pay 2 generic or it's countered. Which is insane because it gives it a little bit of protection, and it now gives it a buff, and it's lifelinking. It's an insane card because we put it on these goblins that we just like suicide into things, right? Or we put it on our one goblin that we don't ever attack with. Like you put it on a Krenko, now it's harder for them to kill your Krenko, and you've taken one of their best things. This is a 2 mana 1/1 that other goblins get +1/+1. Whenever this creature or another goblin dies, you exile the top card of your library. If it's a goblin, you may cast that card until the end of your next turn. So this card's really important because you're making so many 1/1s, right? Remember, we're going super wide. So anything that can buff their power, super needed. I don't have any rares. Let's see if I can open some packs real quick. Rares. Give me rare wild cards. I want War Leader's Call. No. We need War Leader's Calls to make this deck actually play. I don't want to give it an incomplete deck tech, but I will. Well, not play. We're not done with their deck tech. Okay, so the Lord is really important so you can go wide, and whenever you attack your creatures into their blockers, even though some of them die, now you're going to pseudo draw cards. So you like exile cards, and if they're goblins, you get them next turn, which is kind of the best draw you could imagine in red-white. Seer Slicer is a 2 mana 2/1. End step, if you attacked, you make a 1/1. Just making tokens here. Don't mind us, just making tokens. And look at the art on this goblin. It's sitting in a catapult, waiting to be thrown at your face. Eco hadn't intended to start a riot, But now that it was underway, he was having a lot of fun. It's so much fun being a goblin. Boros Charm is 2 mana, red and a white, for an instant. Boros Charm deals 4 damage to a player or a planeswalker. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. This card is insane because it can kill your opponent if they're at 4 or less life. Also, it stops your opponent's board wipe because you can just give things indestructible. Also, if you somehow have something that's bigger than like a 2/2, if you have like a 3/3 or a 4/4 with a Lord, or just attacking with a Krenko, giving something double strike actually deals more damage than the 4 damage mode. And sometimes double strike means that you get to eat like a creature. So it's creature removal as well. Lightning Helix is Lightning Helix. It's really good. Now that I'm saying these things out, Boros Charms in the main. And we're going to put the Lightning Helix on the side. Lightning Helix is really good, but I just feel like I want Boros Charm right now. Did we move him to the side? Anyways, we'll finish the deck tech. Howl Squad Heavy is a 3 mana 2/3 with Starcher Engines. Other goblins get haste, which just means they can attack as soon as they came in. They don't have to worry about summoning sickness. Beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 goblin creature token. That token attacks as combat if able. Max speed, you tap to make a red for each goblin you control. Oh, it's insane. Yeah, Boros Charm is actually ridiculous because, Nate, think about this. 2 mana for 4 damage to your opponent, or they tap out and spend a whole turn to try to kill your stuff, and you're like indestructible, which means they can't die. Or target creature gets double strike, so they block with something big, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to give my thing double strike, and we're going to trade. So it's removal for a creature, too. It just, like, checks all the boxes that you need. Howl Squad gives everything haste, so after they blow up your board, you can just play this, and then you immediately start making so many tokens. We're going to jump into some games so I can show you. Excuse me. I have so many white sources in this deck. This is insane. We're going to see whether or not it's worth it. I kind of want to cut the Soulstone and the Devulcan because I really want to get Caverns in here. Caven? No. Cavern. Cavern is a land. When it enters, you choose a creature type. You can add a colorless to do whatever with, or you can make a 1 mana of any color. Spend it only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. That spell can't be countered. This card is amazing because there's like people who just play blue and they counter all your spells, but they don't play any other removal. If you have Cavern in your deck, those spells just don't work, and I love that. So what we can do is we can just put the Lightning Heal. Put the Shelter Big Ghost in the sideboard. 1, 2, and then we look up Boros Charm. We put 2 more in the main. Hell yeah. And everything looks good. Sideboard, basically these are cards that help you in certain matchups, and they'll come up when we see them. But for now, let's just jump into some games. Nate, did that make sense? I went through the whole deck. This is our standard deck. Super high level. Do you feel like you have a grasp of what Goblins does in standard right now? I just want to make sure. I know Start Your Engines is probably a little bit tough to understand right off the bat, but the rest of it is like, think about it like we're just the Red Goblins deck. Nate says affirmative. They bust shit up. Hell yeah, brother. That's the gist of it. We go fast and we hit hard. Turn 1, play a 1/1, pass it over. Murder. So murder is a 3 mana instant that kills a creature, but I just say murder to represent whenever anything dies. So what we can do here is we can go to combat, we can attack. They're probably not going to block. Okay, that's totally fine. I was going to have to sack my scamp. We still end up pinging them for 1 and killing their creature. Second main, we get to play the Seer Slicer. Because we attacked, we get to make a token. So the guy that died for us came back. This was a 1-mana 1/1 flyer that when it enters makes a map. Maps are these artifacts that you can tap and sack to look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, it goes to your hand. You can put it in the graveyard if it's not a land. Everybody sees what it is. Okay. This looks at my hand and grabs a card out of it and stays underneath it until I kill it. Okay, a land was perfect. We're going to go to combat. We're not going to attack with our Seer Slicer. We're just going to attack for 1. They took a torch because they took our removal spell, because if they don't take our removal spell and they take something else, we just kill their bat and then we get it back. Look, this is crazy because they're technically at 8 right now because we have 8 damage of burn in our hand. And we can cast it. I guess we should have waited 1 more turn cycle. Give it double strike. These 2 modes do the same. Let me think about this. They take 5. They go to 12. We put them to 4. But they gain. This was a dumb attack. We want to keep that alive. So let's just do indestructible. Damage is good. 2 more. So we had a bad attack, but the Boros Charm saved us because our bad attack was fine because we just give our stuff indestructible and it worked out. Preacher's good. Ooh, Krenko's really good. We'll go to combat. Let's see, they block this, gain 1, block this, take 5. Would be at 13, taking 5, going to 8. Then I could put them to 4. It's not worth it. So we'll just attack with the tokens. Yeah, block, please. I want my torch back. I mean, we could play Krenko, but I think we lose if we play Krenko because they could play a board wipe, give everything -2, -2. I guess everything still dies to -2, -2. Make a lifelinker because it would gain a life. This is a board wipe. If they attack with both, that means that they're going to kill the entire board. Yeah, that's fine. No blocks. We're good. Board wipe. Harvester of Miseries. I'm going to call it. Oh, they just concede. Okay. That death is also an option, I guess. Okay, so we're playing against blue-black. All non-basics, eh? I mean, the burn looked pretty good there. The torch probably didn't feel the greatest. Obliterating Bolt, definitely. Does Lightning Helix even do anything? I think we run like this. Rather have Obliterating Bolt over the Sheltered by Ghosts, because the Sheltered by Ghosts is temporary, whereas the Obliterating Bolt is 2 mana, 4 damage. If it would die, it's exiled instead. I guess Nemesis is also decent. Nemesises. That's funny. No, we have a lot of threats with this, so I think that the four Sunspine Links will be fine. Although Lynx is kind of bad on the draw because they can be an aggressive deck too. We'll see if that's right. If that's how it is, then we don't have them. Oh wow. Not like this. We're gonna mulligan this one. To mulligan just means that you look at a different hand, you put one card back on the bottom. So this is a good hand. I'll keep this 6. And I'll bottom because I'm on the draw a land. That's greedy. We have 4 Krankos. Bottom the 4-drop. Because we're a ways away from the 4-drop. Play the headliner. It's like easy to bottom the land, but you know, it's always best to, you know, keep your lands. You have a higher ratio of spells. So you're more likely to draw them over time. Play the Lord. Flood Pit's Drowner. When it enters, you tap a creature and you put a stun counter on it, which just means that it stays tapped for one extra turn. It also has Flash and Vigilance. Flash means you can cast it at any time as though you could an instant. Vigilance means it does not tap when it attacks. You can pay 2 to tap it, put it in its owner's library with stun counter, or put it and target creature with a stun counter into their owner's library. No blocks. Take my 1-drop away? Opponent, there has to be something better than that. That was crazy. Maybe they have a board wipe and they just have to get to it. I'm just so confused. Preacher of the Schism, please. Annoyance, okay. That's fine. I think we go to combat first. Slam the Lynx. They have to windmill spells again. Sunspine Lynx is a 4-mana 5/4 cat. Players can't gain life, and damage can't be prevented. And when it enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Basically, anything that's not like a super, super basic land is a non-basic. And so I took 3, they took 2, but I'm winning the race, so that's why I did it. Play a Verge. Obliterating Bolt. Kill the Preacher. Combat. Attack. Double Strike. I guess I had to do this before. I guess I had to do it before blockers. But look, it still works. Boros Charm, the MVP. Damn. Okay. Boros Charm, I see you. I see you. That felt really good. Let's run it back. And yeah, that's basically that's the gist of goblins, you know? You just kind of go fast. Sunspine Lynx is really busted. We just keep jamming. Oh. The one card that I would love to play in this deck is War Leader's Call, but rare wild cards are so hard to get. That's why I like to play the paper game. It's just so much cheaper than trying to buy all the cards on Arena. This hand's good. If we draw one land, then we can cast all of the spells in our hand. So to push maximum damage, I'll lead on the headliner. But if I want to kill a creature, then I'm going to play the scamp first. But I have the torch, so I think I can put the scamp on defense. The headliner is the most aggressive play. And if I'm trying to just race, then I can go Lord in a Howl Squad if I draw land. Yeah, this looks like Cutter. They're going to torch it. Burst Lightning's fine. Okay, so I can go 1-drop, hold up, torch. And then if they just play a Cutter, then we can play our Lord next turn. Mm-hmm. So we can still leave up removal after we play our Lord this turn. I would not like to sack it just yet. Okay, sleight of hand. Looking for removal. Found the torch. Torching. Burst Lightning. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I would like to torch. And you give me a death trigger? I'm confused. And I get to shoot you? And it gives me another Lord? And I draw another 2-drop so I can double spell? This is wicked, bruh. All right, so with 2 Lords, my 2/1s are 4/3s, and my 1/1s are 3/3s. This is the power of Lords. Burst Lightning 1. So that will trigger 2 of them. I'll get 2 death triggers, exile 2 cards. Land. Land, which is good. We don't want any of those lands. Get them out of here. And then into the Flood Maw, my Seer Slicer. I'm winning this race, so no blocks. If they have another removal spell to cast, that's fine. See? We're big chilling. We can play this Howl Squad and the Bastronaut. Swinging in. All right, opponent. I'm at 14. You have 2 cards. I know this deck is busted, but come on. Yep, that's how it starts. I guess the second Monstrous Rage might get there. That does not do it. It's like land, Monstrous Rage. Land, Storm Chaser's Talent. Okay, that's 8. That would put me at 6 if they attack. And they're just super dead. GG's, well played. All right, now we go to sideboards. Well, that's what we need to have in our sideboards. Brotherhood End is so good against this deck. I don't really want Shelter by Ghosts. They have so much removal. I kind of just want to do that. What I just did. Let's do that again. I guess Boros Charm is less good than Helix in this matchup. And then if we're just racing, I mean, Sheltered is really good in the race scenario because you take one of their things and you start gaining life right away. Yeah, it's fine. This is only a white source. If I want a Helix on 2, I have to play the Battlefield Forge first. So I definitely don't want to do so. Let's just play Goblin, play the Scamp. The Scamp cannot be on defense. Sleight of hand looking for a land. Maybe a better land. Misses the land drop. Well, I will trade. Play a Verge because I'm silly. Play a Sear Slicer. Nothing happens this turn. Next turn I can play a Howl Squad Heavy. Kill it. Looking for another land. Okay, play a Battlefield Forge, slam a Howl Squad Heavy. Start the engines, start a swinging. Corey Steele. Cavern on Goblin. They had some token synergies. I will show them what token synergies really mean. I was born in the darkness. Yes. Show me the power. Make me afraid. I get to do something so dumb next turn. Because I have a Lightning Helix, I can put them to 12. That'll give me max speed. I can tap my Cranko, and then I can tap my Howl Squad Heavy for mana, play a Bastronaut, and pump it to infinity. No blocks. Okay, watch this, kids. Face. Max speed. Bastronaut. Bastronaut. Activate. Go to combat. All but this. And then I tap the Howl Squad Heavy for 15 mana and pump the Bastronauts that have double strike for 7. 7 power. That's how we do it. And then we do it again. And do it, and do it, and do it all again. All right. Yeah. This is only a white source, so I can't cast this Boros Charm until I draw a mountain. But I get to start off on a Scamp. Hell yeah. This looks like Oculus, though. If I had to guess. Let's go to combat first. Should have played my Bastronaut. That was a punt. It's okay. Play another one. Trying to draw out the removal, I guess. We'll tell ourselves that. We didn't just totally forget that we could only play one creature. Shoot their face. And again. Okay. That's really good. Goblin. We're one away now. I would like to take this action to kill this thing. It's just more important than they realize. Yep. They found another monk. That means they're going to probably kill my Bastronaut. Yep. Still represent that we have something even though we don't. It's crazy is we're still kind of in this. They only have 2 cards. We're going to resolve a Krenko. Slick Shot's good. Do they have an Into the Floodmaw? No? Just a single point of damage? Oh, opponent, I'm so sorry. It appears that you have lost. Let's activate and tap and then pass. One of them's a land. That means probably another one's a land too. If they didn't have a spell to cast after Slick Shot last turn. Ooh, they can pick up a sleight of hand. Okay. Yeah. Opponent's at 14. Put me to 9. That's fine. It's actually really good. Just do this now. They could be sandbagging a spell, but I think we can kill them next turn. That should kill me. I guess not, because Slick Shot is the only thing I can't block. No, they can find a Monstrous Rage. What could I do against a Monstrous Rage? I guess cantrips are also really good. 1 burn spell wins here. Shock my face. Another sleight of hand. If they have a Monstrous Rage, I die no matter what. Because the casting of the Monstrous Rage triggers a Slick Shot, which puts it to 9, and then I can't kill them. I will Boros Charm your face in response. Well played, opponent. Well played. Yeah, the stock up saved them. I mean, being able to like look for 2 good spells, that was really good. Lightning Helix in, Boros Charms out. Shelter by Ghosts in. We just did this, so I'm lucky. Reps are nice because you get, previous experience. You get access to all that information. Now, what's important is that when you lose, you don't get mad at yourself. You try to process the data so that you can have it later. But we all struggle with that. I think as Magic players, I think as people in general, people are just too hard on themselves. Like, too often, life just kicks us, and we tend to blame ourselves for our own failures. And there's times that we should, but too often, do we rail on ourselves when really it doesn't help us at all. Mulligan. And again. Nate, this is what we call being mana screwed. Okay, these are all. Whew. I can't cast these spells either. Wait. No. This is my 4. Do I go back like maybe 10 seconds? The first hand was bad. The second hand was worse. The third hand was bad. This is the third hand. 2 cards. 3 cards. All right, we have a dream, and that's to kill them with a 4. Yeah, the artwork is kind of one of the main draws to Magic. It's just so beautiful. Oh, we fucking did it. No way. Let's go to combat first. You can kill this thing, opponent, I understand. Yeah, this card is dope. Opponent, not sure what they're doing, but they're doing it. Auto pay. Alright, opponent, pyroclasm me. I can feel it in my bones. I mold down. And pyroclasm is 2 mana. Deal 2 damage to each creature. Okay, they're more scared of the scamp than this headliner, which makes sense. Corey Steelcutter, okay. Target a creature I control. Ping myself. And take that Corey Steelcutter. Alright. Opponent, kill it, pay for the tax. No, they have the pyroclasm. Oh my god, are we gonna get to cast a Krenko? On a Moldifier? Oh my god! Shock myself. There's no effing way. That on a mold of 4, we get to activate a Krenko. They're supposed to kill it in response. What? Yeah, their hand has to be like triple monstrous rage. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they were not able to cast spells. No blocks. We're chilling, bro. Oh my god, that's so good. Can we erase if we just attack? No. Probably not. 4. They go to 11, we go to 13. But if we tap, I don't know, all their stuff is trample. Trust. We just have to trust Krenko. I know that last card. Is a monstrous rage, so I'd rather kill the monk. Because I could target the monstrous whisper, but if they have the last spell being a spell. Oh, it's back. I guess this whisper gets bigger overall, but it's more easily defendable. If they had a second spell, they wouldn't have cast it because of the fact that the Quarry Steel Cutter, even if they cast another spell, goes to 3 power or 3 toughness. Last card is Monstrous Rage. Well played, opponent. Well played. Well, that was a molt of 4. And that was cool. That was cool. That was close. And honestly, I feel like we might want to just run that back. I really like the Boros Charms in the main. It feels really good. You're going to have some games where you're just like, oh yeah, double Boros Charm you? I don't know what happened. Where'd your life total go? I will take the play. It's going to be painful, but it's going to be worth it. Run it back. We never surrender. Play the Stadium Headliner. Go wide. We play the Lord turn 2. We can also play Sear Slicer turn 2. Now we probably play Sear Slicer turn 2. I don't know if there's ever an opportunity to kill Llanowar Elves. I kind of want to do it, but I think that might be greedy. No, because then it trades. So that's the reason to get my Lord down first. Now my one drop doesn't trade with the Llanowar Elves. Trade? No. So that's 3. Next turn I get to go Sear Slicer, start making dudes. Untap land Overlord. Oh, it's a root stack. Okay. Oh, let me explain. Llanowar Elves is a 1-mana 1/1 that taps for a green. Done. Basically just another land. And this allows you to look at the top 2 cards. Surveil is you look at the number that they say of cards. You look at those number of cards, pay a green. Oh yeah, you look at those cards, and then you can put them back in any order or put any number of them in the graveyard. So it's like a graveyard matters deck. They just are missing. This land only taps for a green base, and then if you have a swamp or a forest, then it also taps for a black. But they don't have one of those, so their lands just tap for green right now. Just gonna go to combat. Attack. And then this artifact says that you can exile a card from a graveyard. When a creature card is exiled, you put a counter on a creature you control. In response to that, I would like to exile the Maverick. Because if they put a counter on it, then it can trade with my Stadium Headliner, and I don't want that. Oh, they're separate triggers. I thought that was the same clause. Silly Jack. Let's play another Stadium Headliner. So next turn will be attacking for a bunch. And like the graveyard decks in Magic are just so cool. I think especially from the outside looking in, it's like really cool to see something like Roots. This is a 2-mana enchantment. Creature tokens you control have tap to add a mana of any color. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, you make an 0/1 green plant, creature token, and then you put a 1/1 counter on all your plants. So you just like have a bunch of creature cards that you throw in your graveyard, and then you like get rid of them one at a time. A good way to like fill up your graveyard, you mill 4. To mill is to put the top number of cards that is specified from your library into your graveyard. And then you may put a permanent from among the cards milled into your hand if you control a squirrel, or return to squirrel to your hand. This way you make a food. And then Molt Tender is a 1-mana 1/1 tap to mill a card, so you flip the top card of your library in the grave. And then you tap to exile a card from your graveyard to make a mana of any color. Virgin it up. I kill that Land Worlds. And it's going to be painful, I know. Hey, appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. How's your day going? Or night going, I should say. So now we're in a position, this is what I was talking about earlier, where we just go super wide. And so, yeah, we're so wide now that their deck is really busted and does crazy cool things. But we're just at the point where, like, they can only block one thing or so many things per turn. And, you know, if they don't have, like, an actual, like, way to clean up the entire board of creatures, it's called a board wipe, then we win. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah. So actually, we are a goblins only channel. You know, I do some crazy brews. I play some like other stuff like for celebrations and stuff, but we really only brew with goblins. And it's a nice stipulation, I feel. I've been, you know, playing Magic for a long time since M13. And so like not crazy long, but like most of my adult life or since I was like young. And I found that like the best way to play Magic is with a stipulation. If you give yourself a rule or some thing that you have to like abide by. Oh, what's up, Cole? Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, shout out to my brother Cole, Diabolical on Twitch. Go check him out. The absolute legend, the yin to the yang. And so yeah, it's a goblin only stream. We do goblins in all formats, legacy to pauper, and then with a little bit of brawl and EDH thrown in too. And so yeah, if you enjoy goblins, if you enjoy red decks, if you enjoy going fast, I just like it because it's like it's not mainstream, and I just love playing goblins. Like something about like tapping a Krenko and winning a game just makes me so happy. It's not like traditional, but it's a lot of fun. So we don't have graveyard hate. Sheltered by Ghosts can take away the insidious roots. If we flicker the Agathas, the cards then no longer do anything. But I think we probably just run something pretty similar. Lightning Helix is going to be bad. Boros Charm is probably going to be bad. I mean, we just saw a bunch of little deeds. Probably just like try to go over the top. Yes. No, 1,000%. Well, like that was the thing is like I was the 04 guy at for the longest time, like at Modern. Every local week I would show up with Modern. It would be a janky new brew that I came up with that like did the thing in one of the whole night. Like one game out of the whole night, I would do my thing. And it was a lot of fun. I loved doing that. And I did that for a very long time. And eventually, you know, I always had the goblins deck built, and I'd flip flop back and forth. Removal, obliterating bolt kills. Oh, it kills Tyvar. I forgot that obliterating bolt hits planeswalkers. Cool, thank you. Legend in the chat. Shout out to my brother. Torch is probably good. Honestly, we have 2 lands. Bottom of the 4 drop. But yeah, so it's nice to give yourself a stipulation, and like especially if you're a brewer, I say like I just always would be brewing with goblins. I'd be doing something dumb, but I'd always have my goblins deck to the side. And I noticed that like I had more fun and the deck did better when I was playing goblins. And yeah, so Nate, I appreciate you. Yeah, I top aided the local RCQ. I got 6th overall. I died in the quarterfinals, but that's how it goes. Eldrazi's really good. Yeah, it was a great time. I love going and playing Magic. Shout out to Borsat Gaming for hosting the RCQ. It was an amazing time, and yeah, can't wait to go to the next RCQ. Yeah, I just love playing goblins. It's nice to brew inside of a boundary because then there's so many cards. But when I just have to type in gather or search goblin, I feel like I'm at home. Okay, so they have a roots. They have a creature in the graveyard. We can only play one thing. I think it's important to just get rid of this now. They can't put it in the graveyard by blocking. Next turn we can play House Squad. House Squad heavy. And the following turn we can play Kranko. Yes. Stopping the roots is how you win against this deck every time. If you allow them to do their thing, they're just better. Never. Never. We shall not retreat. We shall not surrender. What's up, Stan? Shout out to Stan in the chat. Go check out Tales from the Tap. If you enjoy a gathering podcast, then they do an amazing job breaking down the limited environment and all sorts of stuff. Red eating good last year. Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see the goblins, honestly. Like the fact that we're able to like get rares printed, like we've been fighting for scraps for a long time. I never learn. I have fun with this. I'll play this shit till I die. We did this over. This makes no sense. We chose to do this over kill the roots token that we'll never be able to kill again. F's in the chat. I think we just swing out. This at least forces us to go up in speed. And if we hit a land, yeah, this is fine. It does put a creature in the graveyard, which isn't the greatest. Yes, F's in the chat. Thank you. I was gonna say Foundations is so cool. Yeah, we got legs. We be moving through the formats. Sprinting through sprint. Snoop is crazy, honestly. I will say, every time that I play with Snoop in Modern, I'm just like, what is happening? Like, no. We're just the ringleader. All right. I mean, we can beat a couple tokens. Give us a mountain. No. And I will always. We even got what we asked for now. Let's do it the hard way. All right. They're gonna have a crazy turn because they can forage back a bunch of stuff. I guess they only have 2 mana or 3 mana. Never mind, they have 5 and then Tyvar. So they're gonna go off. Yeah, I really should have hit the Stereomancer, 1000%. Could have played the Scamp. This wouldn't be happening. You know what? We're doing our best. Stan says that we'll win by roping him. And Cole says all the tokens have haste, and we're dying. I agree. I think we very dead. Okay. And then they throw it at the Cranko. Okay. Then do they get to cast it again? Oh, and then it's exiles. Okay, that's good. Then they have access to 2 more mana. They can play both their 1-drops. Oh, it's tap target? Wait. I'm confused. It's each creature. Okay. I am confused. Confucius is confused. Maybe they want to cast future creatures out of their graveyard, but I agree, Cole. This makes no sense. The opponent is taking random game actions. I agree. This is what we get for no Leyline of the Voids. If we had Leylines, none of this would happen. That's a lie. They would still beat us to death with this Harvester of Miseries. All right, opponent. We'll give you the catharsis of winning through combat damage. This is all because we didn't torch that. We didn't torch the damn. You're right. You know what? We play Stonebrain for Omniscience in our actual sideboard. Actually, I should match the arena list to what I played last night because it felt really good. Yeah, Stonebrain would be great. I'm trying to remember. It's nice to be able to go to combat and be like, okay, you die now. Because that's how I feel like that's how like the game we get closure, right? Is like you did something crazy and cool. I'll let you play through your entire crazy cool turn, go to combat and smack me for 1 billion. It just feels good that way. They worked hard for this. They deserve it. How often does the opponent get to do something like this? Good game, opponent. Oh, I always forget that I can emote. Damn it. Yeah. So Cole was right. Links? Nah. Removal? Yeah. Maybe Screaming Nemesis is good because it just punches real fast. Play like a Lightning Helix. I don't think Sheltered by Ghost does a lot. Hits Agatha's, but like, Obliterating Bolt over Helix 1000%. I forgot. I guess if we're doing that, then we can play like 2 Sheltered. Kills the token. I guess if we're just killing a token, the Shelter is really good anyways. Shelter makes sense, yeah. Take the roots. Yes. I like it. I like it a lot. We just have to make sure not to sacrifice our fucking... like, when I play Scamp on 1, sometimes you just click sacrifice it, and you're like, no. But Headliner punches faster. Taking that. We're taking it. Opponent, we're taking it. Target a creature we control. Ping. Myself. Target this. And then Kasmaka. Man, Shelter Bait Ghost on your one drop is really good. Yeah, that's fine. Right? That's fine. Right? Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, because I want to be able to attack with this Scamp. Best draw. Yeah, damn. Screaming Nemesis is dumb. Yeah, when sometimes Scamp just like does really dumb things. We were playing Fanatical Firebrand because there's times where you just want to kill your opponent's one drop. But in a racing scenario, Scamp is just so nice, especially if you have multiple lords. Tyvar is good. Do they have a Scoos? Lanny, okay. And then they can both use the activated abilities. They have 2 mana right now. They can play Roots. Play Overlord, okay. So they have Haywire, Moltender, Rovelt, Moltender. I am not scared of that. I guess they can kill my Shelter by Ghosts. Oh, baby. Over. Oyster dead. I guess if they're going to be doing that, if they get a Haywire, I might. Why don't we just like attack with this too? And then this one attack triggers hits this. So the Tyvar is definitely dead. They get their Llanowar Elves back, but they lose the Maverick. I guess if they have a Roots, that's bad. But I really wanted to get speed, and I wanted to kill that Tyvar. Yeah. So Snarling Gorehound triggers off the Haywire Might entering. They can be in the card. Curious Forager. When it enters, you may return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. I'm guessing the Roots. But you don't have Tyvar anymore? Maybe you grab Tyvar then? What'd you target? Tyvar, yeah. For next turn. And so I will make sure that I kill that man dead. Again. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Nothing bad's going to happen, opponent. Nothing bad is going to happen. So we go all, but not this one. And they concede! Well played, opponent. Well played. Well, sometimes they draw the Roots and they have the nuts growing on the Roots, but sometimes you just chop them off and they start screaming, bloody nemesis. Leroy Jenkins. My voice is so dead. Okay. Let's run it back. This will probably be the last one. Let's see what the time is. Just over an hour. Perfect. This will be the last one. Opponent played the wrong tokens deck. Hell yeah, Stan. Hell yeah. I've been really enjoying Boros Charm. Like being able to just hit your opponent for 4 or eat their creature in combat because of double strike or make your shit indestructible. I want to finish the stream, yeah, against a control deck where I can just like use the Boros Charm as target creature gains indestructible until end turn. With not this hand. Oh, maybe I asked for too much. There's always a better 5. Yeah, always a better 5. So we have the bottom 2 of these cards. Probably Scamp and one of the Lambs. Go to bottom 3 drop. Okay, so we're chilling. Play the stadium headliner. Probably blue-black. Mm-hmm. Ooh, really good draw. We'll play the mountain here. I think we have to torch. No. We'll have a cut down. So playing the Sear Slicer doesn't do anything right now. I guess it takes it out of their hands so they can't cut down the house, what have you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd rather them use it there and be able to keep both of these cards. Sure. Goblin. Howl Squad Heavy, Start My Engines. This token's going to run into a wall. But next turn I can start making extra tokens. Mm-hmm. Kaito. No? Okay. Okay. Play the Bastronaut. I would say this is a creature they have to kill. It's a crazy looking vampire. Flip its Drowner is good. Tap down the Bastronaut. Tap down the Howl Squad Heavy. That's interesting. So these both are going to attack. Double block my 1-drop. I'll pump it up. Yeah, I love Howl Squad Heavy. It's so good. It's one of those cards that you just like super don't expect. Oh, we should have played a Sear Slicer there. Oh, we actually did an Is It build for a while. I did an Is It build with a Enduring Curiosity, actually. It was a lot of fun. The issue is double blue for a non-goblin spell is really tough. It's all good, no worries. There's a lot of goblins, honestly. I mean, I'm blessed because there's just so many to pick from. I forget their names all the time. So Howl Squad, this is going to attack, and this is gonna attack, and this is gonna. We really can't. Let's just do it like this. Two more tokens, pass it over. Mm-hmm. I would like to block all of these. Because Kaido's good. I don't want to give you mana reduction on Kaido. I agree, Cole. Come on, give it to me. Another Preacher's good. Yeah, no. I think max speed is like it's definitely a difficult mechanic to like turn on. It's not easy to get to max speed, but it gives you a benefit, that's for sure. Yeah, yes. Can confirm. Land is the opposite of Krenko. All right. Opponent, I feel very dead. Oh. Just gonna block this one. Kaito. And then after damage, Kaito. Yeah, I think this is probably the one of the worst matchups. I mean, Zur Enchantments isn't a deck anymore, so I would say Dimir is probably like out of the new decks our worst matchup for sure. Like threat plus removal is traditionally bad for us, and in the red mirrors, we're probably favored because we have a better late game. And we pivot pretty hard after sideboards to like control. I wish I wasn't dead. Oh, I guess if we're just gonna be blocking anyways, we'd have an extra token. Extra 2 tokens. So I'd have 6 blockers for their 5 attackers. Yeah, I mean, that would have been cool. As is, I think the Seer Slicer has to die. They could have activated the Soulstone. Yeah, if they have 2 removal spells, I think I die. Yeah, Runvelt's so good. I think that's a Legacy player goblin, which is like that's the Lord that I play in Legacy. Yeah, being able to redraw when your tokens dies is just so dumb, especially with Skirk. Go to 1. All right, opponent. I'm going to tap my Krinko. They might just pass just to kill me with the shoulder trigger. But I want them, if they want, as you have noticed, as you quoted me, Cole, I want my opponent to get the catharsis of winning through combat damage. I think it's like one of the best feelings in Magic, so don't take it from somebody. I mean, if you're playing like EDH, right, like your time matters. But, okay, so trim down to 2. Bring in the Chandras and the Sunspine Lynxes and the Screaming Nemesises and the Obliterating Bolts and the Shelter by Ghosts and contemplate our life. Chandra's too slow. We're going to be racing. So Lynx probably isn't the greatest. Obliterating Bolt hits their cat. I forget what it's called. Enduring Curiosity. And it also hits the Preacher of the Schism. Sheltered by Ghost is good on the top end cards. Boros Charm stops removal. Screaming Nemesis is good. I guess that's fair. Screaming Nemesis is less good if they have like straight up removal. Chandra's decent. It just makes threats every turn. I think Boros Charm is probably the most meh card here. Torch is also probably meh. Would I rather have threats over Torch? Possibly. -2 Charm to Chandra, okay. Yeah, I can see that. Just run it like this. Yeah, all the instant speed removal because of Kaido. That's a good point. Then I have to cut 6 cards. You get Trim a Krenko. Trim. Shelter is probably not the greatest. I mean, it gives something ward. I guess Obliterating Bolt's a good point. That does kind of suck. That allows us to play the Krenko. Yeah. Yeah. 4/4 Krenko all the way. All right, Chandra. All right, Kaido. You've never met Chandra. That's fair. I was thinking about like Kaido and what's the other thing? Kaido and Enduring Curiosity. But if we get to that point in the game, we're probably losing anyways. I don't want to bottom my 4-drop. But this hand is so good. Let's bottom the second Seer Slicer because I'm insanely greedy. Bashed or not. Murder. No! And we drew the land. It's okay. It's okay. If we had double Seer Slicer, I think we just like straight up like go so fast. But our greed, usually Duress looks at our hand and is like, oh fuck. But today they looked at our hand and was like, yay. Take your best thing. It's okay, we got this. Goblin. Oh, they're gonna have Choking Miasma. I guess the Horde Master. No, because they can kill the Horde Master in the end step, then untap and Choking Miasma. Then I'm just left with this Headliner. I really don't like that. Alright, opponent. Show me the Choking Miasma. You shall know pain. Great quote, Cole. Great quote. Yeah, cut down the Lord in response. Death trigger. Land's gone. Yeah, get it out of here. Swing in. Show me a second cut down. It's the only reason you'd pause. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good. 16. Battlefield 4J. Okay. Combat. Flood Pit's drawn right. Guarantee you. They want to trade with it in combat. Terra Sunder for other colors besides Golgari. Okay. I could see it. Pump. Pump. I definitely would have killed the Bastronaut because they're going to die to this Bastronaut now. Oh, fuck. Combat, get your bombasting songs that make it combat. 3, 2, 1, contact. Yeah, cool. How does this go for the throw play make sense? Imagine if they sandbagged it and they would have been able to kill my Howl Squad. Enduring Curiosity. No. Do you want to end step it? I'm confused. Oh, Fairy Mastermind. That makes sense because it wouldn't trade with anything. I think this Bastronaut kills you. Do you remember being alive? Because I don't. That's 5, 8. We can afford to torch. Sure. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. All right, we'll go to combat. All besides this one, but then we'll tap to make mana, and then we'll pump, and then we'll pump, and then we'll pump. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Nothing bad is going to happen. Okay, well, game 3. Yeah, we just run it back. I mean, we know they have duress now. So Lynx is, I think, a little bit better, but I'm on the draw, so Lynx is probably not the greatest. Let me see what their lands looked like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, I think 2 Lynx over 2 Chandra makes more sense. I mean, I like this hand. We curve right into like the dumb stuff. I like Bolt, 1000%. Probably over Helix. I could see that. I definitely like torching this on 1. Because we have the late game pretty much locked with this Howl Squad into Krenko. Definitely no. Play the Scamp. They can kill it. It's a Lightning Rod for removal. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it's Lightning Helix! Who's playing control now? Okay, it's you. Okay, it's me! This one will immediately be able to get in. Yeah, Helix was sweet there. Mm-hmm. Shifting into second gear. Bin it. Tell me you don't have a land. Just bin it. Okay. Make another map. What, they put another counter on it? Okay, they help. That's fine. That's totally fine. We're big chilling. Oh no, damn it. They're gonna put a counter. They're gonna put this thing on it. So how do we get around that? Go to combat first. They have to double block. Of course they don't. If you get Krenko down now, get Krenko down now, so if I draw a land, I can Lightning Helix and Howl Squad next turn. Then we can race pretty well. No blocks. Oh, this is so good here because it does shock us and shock our opponent, but it keeps their Kasari Revenant from being able to do dumb things. I can activate this. Not going to attack, as crazy as that is. Life gain doesn't matter. If they have a Kaido, then that's bad. We take 4, we go to 10. We play Howl Squad heavy. Yeah, I think we just win. They could be sandbagging a land. No, okay. If they sandbagged a land, I think they win there. But here we go Howl Squad. Make a whole bunch of tokens. Combat. Token. They block this, this, and one of these. It's not enough. So in that case, keep 4 blockers back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep 2 blockers back for the Soulstone Sanctuary and the Preacher if they don't activate. No, they're gonna have Gixes next turn. But we can't just let them win. So this is 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. They don't get any life. So they can chump their board away. Gix's command, destroy all creatures powered 2 or less. Put lifelink counter. But the Sunspell links will keep them from doing that. And if they choose to make opponent sack the creature with greatest mana value, greatest power. Okay, so it will be the links. I'll keep one back. This is me, quote unquote, playing it safe. Yeah, I was really surprised they didn't slam the Quasari Revenant on the Preacher like 2 turns ago. I think I died of that for sure. Two, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so they'd only be taking 8 if I swung with everything. This way they take 7, but I have 2 blockers. I mean, they take the Lightning Helix because yeah, they didn't have a land. This is why we did this. GG, opponent. Well played. Well played. Well, that's Goblins in Standard. You know, as we rank up to whatever that is. I just want to say I really appreciate y'all watching. Before we go, let's just look at the deck list real quick. And yeah, just want to say, if you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit that like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Appreciate you being here, Stan. That means a lot to me, bro. Yeah, I really like the Boros Charms in the main. I think I like the 2 in the main, 2 in the side. Lightning Helix. That is one card I wanted to play. Stone Brain in the sideboard for the Omniscience matchup. That felt good. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. Trim is sheltered by ghosts. I guess Nemesis isn't always the greatest. We can trim the 4th Sunspin links. That's fine. Nothing really changed. We just trimmed in order to find room for the cards we wanted to play. But really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace.